Greetings from Florida. It is 8:31 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's 63 degrees, and we have cloud cover here. I'll go over the next couple space launches from the United States here. We only have a couple that are scheduled in the next couple days, and there's a host of many more after that. The Heavy is going to be apparently put it down, took it into the building, and they're working on it right now. I do have a replay of SpaceX launched last July, so I'm going to play that so you can see what a heavy launch is. And I'm hoping the landing for the boosters are going to be here in Florida. I hope so. If not, it'd be out in the Atlantic Ocean. So, without any more further ado, we go ahead and pipe that up here. Get rid of me. Yeah, I hit these two buttons here. And I hit this one. This is last July.
As a quick update, it looks like we actually don't have a recycle opportunity tomorrow, but weather has improved with only a 10% probability of violation. So we're looking great for liftoff. Next up, in preparation for liftoff, the clamp arms...
Strongback retract in progress.
There you go ahead and hear Mission Control has commented that we are hearing, or we're getting ready for strongback retract, which is when that large truss structure, or called the TE, or the strongback for short, will start to retract away from Falcon Heavy.
He's talking about that T object behind the rocket fairing.
Now, before we can retract the TE, the clamp arms have to open up from around the vehicle, which you can see on your screen right now, moving back into that fully retracted position. Now you have a great view on your screen of the strongback moving away from Falcon Heavy. Not only is the strongback being used right now to route umbilical lines up to the vehicle, it's also what we use to roll Falcon Heavy out to the launch pad and raise it into its vertical position. Just prior to liftoff, the strongback will retract all the way away from Falcon Heavy so that it can clear the launch pad.
And side core LOX loads are complete.
There's the call out that we're moving toward LOX load completion on Falcon Heavy.
Center core LOX load is complete.
There's the call out that the center core LOX load is complete.
Falcon Heavy is in startup.
There's that call out that Falcon Heavy is in startup mode. With that, the only thing left is to hear Mission Control Launch Director give us the final go for launch.
Falcon Heavy, go for launch.
Great news out of Mission Control. So with just a little bit more than 30 seconds to go, all systems are go for the launch of Falcon Heavy and our Jupiter 3 spacecraft.
T-minus 30 seconds. Seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engine full power. And liftoff from Falcon Heavy. Go Falcon 9. Go Falcon Heavy. Go
Stage 1, chamber pressure is nominal.
And there it is over in the bottom right-hand corner. I forgot that I did capture it here.
We are just over 30 seconds into flight under the power of over 5 million pounds of thrust, and Falcon Heavy is on its way to space. Right now, we're throttling down in preparation for max Q, which is, of course, the moment of peak.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Callouts there that power and telemetry are both looking good for Falcon Heavy. Again, what we're preparing for next is max Q, which is the peak mechanical stress on the rocket. So that is a critical flight milestone for us today. And with that supersonic call out, we know that Falcon Heavy is moving faster than the speed of sound.
I think this is handheld. That's DeLand, Florida down.
Max Q.
Right-hand corner.
There we've passed through max Q. So now the engines are throttling up. Everything's looking good with the stage 1 trajectory, which is great news. Our side boosters are throttled all the way up right now, but the center core is operating at reduced power. We'll gradually begin reducing thrust from the side boosters to decrease forces on the vehicle structure as we approach our next major flight event, BECO. BECO, which stands for Booster Engine Cutoff, is expected at about 2.5 minutes into flight. That's where we'll shut down the engines on the side boosters. And then following BECO, the side boosters will separate away from the center core and begin their trip back to Earth. The center core engines will then ramp up to full power and burn for approximately another minute, while the side boosters execute their boost back burns simultaneously. Incredible views of Falcon Heavy right now. And as a reminder, although we are not attempting to recover our center core due to performance today, we will be attempting to land those 2 side boosters on landing zones 1 and 2, so we'll have great views for you on the right-hand side of your screen.
Side booster separation confirmed.
Side core separation.
There we've had confirmation of side core separation there. And shortly, those side boosters are going to begin the first of 3 burns prior to landing. We're going to have several things happen in quick succession here. So some of the things we're looking for are MECO on our main engine, and then those 2 entry and landing burns of the side boosters.
I think I'm
on your
holding
screen
this
right
right.
now,
Yeah,
we have views of both of those side boosters on their way back to Earth. There we go, over on the side right there. Following main engine cutoff of the center core, we are looking for stage separation of the center core and the second stage, and then SES-1, or second engine start 1, for the MVAC engine on board stage 2. Shortly after that, we will also have fairing separation. So let's keep an eye on all of those events happening back to back here in just a couple seconds.
Booster boost back shutdown.
There's confirmation that the boost back burn on both side boosters has
Stage
completed.
separation confirmed.
Acquisition signal for Muta.
Stage 1 FTS has saved center core.
MVAC ignition.
So you saw on your screen there, we had successful boost back burn on the side boosters, main engine cutoff on our center core, stage separation, and that beautiful view means that we have had second engine start 1. That will wrap it up.
Fairing separation confirmed.
That wraps it up for our center core and our fairing halves tonight. So while stage 2 now continues on its journey to space, those fairing halves are currently falling back to Earth.
All vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
With that, we know both vehicles, the center core and stage 2, are on nominal trajectories. And of course, we're going to try to recover those fairing halves again tonight using our recovery vessel, Doug.
Doug.
So next up, we'll be attempting to recover the 2 Falcon Heavy side boosters on land back at LZ-1 and LZ-2. Fun fact, Landing Zone 2 was built to support dual booster landings like the one we're attempting tonight. Now, Now, at the time of separation, the side boosters were traveling slow enough to turn around and make their way back to land at those side-by-side landing pads. But they've picked up a lot of speed since then. So in just a few minutes, the side boosters will execute an entry burn, followed by a landing burn. Both of these burns are meant to slow the side boosters down rapidly. If those landings are successful today, they will be the 211th and 212th landing of an orbital class rocket. But as I mentioned earlier, because of the additional performance required for this mission, the center core will be expended, and we're not attempting to recover it. Entry burn should begin for those side boosters in just about 10 seconds.
Their
Side booster
production
entry
on
burn startup.
YouTube.
There's confirmation from Mission Control that the entry burn has begun. Now, each side booster has ignited just one engine in preparation for landing.
Side booster entry burn shut down.
There's confirmation that we have now shut down for the entry burn. Next coming up is our landing burn. And as a reminder, this will be
Side boosters FTS has safed.
a 3-engine landing burn on each of those side boosters.
Big difference in production between
Starting to
Twitter
get some initial
and
views in from those side boosters as they come back to Florida, and expecting that landing burn to start here in just about 20 or 30 seconds.
and when they were on YouTube.
Both side boosters are transonic.
Boosters are transonic on their way back to land at LZs 1 and 2.
Side booster landing
And
burn.
where is that?
Landing burn
This
has
is
started.
awesome.
Side
This
booster
is
landing leg
awesome.
deploy.
The one in the back and then the one in the front now.
Dual side booster landing confirmed.
That is absolutely incredible. And as you can see, our team is thrilled.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
With that, we have successfully landed both Falcon Heavy side boosters on landing zones 1 and 2. That marks the 211th and 212th overall successful landing of an orbital class rocket. Next up, in just about 10 seconds, we are looking for second engine cutoff 1 of the MVAC engine up in space.
Seco.
Confirmation of second engine cutoff 1.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And that's great news that we're in a good orbit. So at this point, we'll be heading into a coast phase until our second relight of the MVAC engine around the T+26 minute mark. We'll come back to bring you live coverage of that second burn in about 15 minutes. But until then, sit back and enjoy the space tunes. The ground station that we're passing may or may not be able to give us any live coverage of this burn. So we'll go ahead and listen in on the nets.
And of course, we do get live coverage.
There we go.
There it
There's
is.
stage 2 up in space, looking great. You can, of course, also always follow along with the stage 2 telemetry down in the bottom corner of your screen. Expecting about another 40 seconds until we should hear the call out for second engine cutoff 2, or SECO 2, from Mission Control.
Another 6 minutes of this video. I don't remember.
Looking at probably 15 seconds more on this burn of the Merlin vacuum engine.
Don't remember why I went out 5 more minutes, but we'll see. Maybe they showed the deployment of the satellites. Big difference in production.
We're listening in now to mission control for that call out for SECO 2 and nominal orbital insertion of the second stage.
I guess SECO 2 is main engine cut off, or second engine cut off.
Nominal orbit insertion.
With that confirmation of successful second engine cutoff and nominal orbital insertion, we are entering another coast phase. Our third and final burn of the MVAC engine prior to payload deployment is scheduled to occur at the T+3 hour and 33-minute mark. So until then, stay tuned and enjoy those views of space.
I don't think so. We're not going to. Well, I did go and cut some of the images or the video in there as it was within those 3 hours.
It's 8:47. Good evening.
Thanks again for joining us for tonight's Jupiter 3 mission. We've had a successful mission so far, and the next milestone coming up in the mission is the third and final burn of our second stage engine. The last MVAC burn is coming up here in just about 20 seconds, and we expect it to last just under 30 seconds. Great views from up in space while we're watching second stage too.
I miss these days.
While we didn't hear a call out there from Mission Control, we did see the second engine on stage 2 relight for that third and final time. So now we're just waiting for confirmation.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And there we've got it, of nominal orbital insertion. So there you saw, and as you just heard from Mission Control, that is our third successful burn for this mission. With that, we are tracking payload deploy coming up in just about 5 minutes. So hang tight. We'll see you in a few. Hello and welcome back once again to our coverage of the Jupiter 3 mission. We're coming up on the final milestone for this mission, payload deployment. The Jupiter 3 payload on board the second stage was built by Maxar and will be the largest commercial communications satellite ever to launch into geostationary orbit, weighing over 9 tons. Once operational, the payload on board the second stage will help meet demand for HughesNet satellite internet in rural areas of the United States and Latin America, as well as demand for Explore service for rural customers in Canada. We're expecting payload deployment coming up here in just about 20 seconds.
Payload deploy confirmed.
There is that confirmation from Mission Control, and obviously you can see on your screen that we have had successful deployment of Jupiter 3. With that, we will bring our mission coverage to a close. We'd like to
Oh,
thank our customer, EchoStar, and their Hughes Network Systems division for entrusting us with today's launch. We'd also like to thank the range and the FAA for licensing today's mission. And of course, we'd like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in. If you're interested in more launch content, head over to our website and social media platforms for updates on our next missions and milestones. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again soon.
and we're back. I'm just going to go over. Let's see, which one is that? There we go. There I am. We have a couple launches. I'm just going to read them off the other iPhone here. We have a couple launches this week. Let's see here. On Friday, December 15th at 12:14 a.m. So that's tomorrow night, just right after midnight. Because what is today's? Nope. Yeah, tomorrow night. Just after midnight. And that's from Vandenberg. And then on Sunday, we have a Falcon 9 launch from the Cape. I don't know how you pronounce this. Ozone 3, that's payload. And that's Sunday, December 17th at 3:46 p.m. in the afternoon. That's Eastern time. And we have a whole hoist, I don't know if you can see this, of launches scheduled for December. I don't think they're going to be able to get all those in. Falcon Heavy is in there. Now, these don't have a time and a date. So they're just whatever they can get going. But the next two scheduled ones are from Vandenberg on Friday and from here on Sunday. Boy, there must be at least 15 or 20 launches they have left scheduled for December. But hey, what the hey? We're gonna go outside right now. I always take Chillo out for about 5-7 minutes. So let me get rid of me. Let me switch to the camera. Where is it? Come on. There we go. Get rid of this. The camera right next to the front door. And let me see if I can find my code here because it is a little chilly out there. I think it's underneath this blanket here. If not, I'll go outside anyway. All right, I found my coat. Grab Chillo here. He's underneath his blankets here. Come on, Chillo. Let's go outside. Come on, let's go outside. Let's go. Come on, come on. And let's see, what do I got here? Okay, there we go. Let me hook him up to his leash here because we don't want you to get hit by anything out there. let me put the camera here, grab him, and we'll go outside for a few minutes. Ooh, there he goes. There he goes. Alrighty. I need to get him into the bathtub and then do a flea bath on him. It is nice and cloudy out here tonight. Let's see what the temperature is. Still 63. Jello, you're just scratching for no reason, because you know why? Because you can. I comb them at least 3 or 4 times a day. At least three. Let me just kind of show you that it is nice and cloudy here tonight. Nice and cloudy. And then we're back down to chill over there. See if I can get a little better shot of him. And I'm fixing up pretty good. Turn the flashlight on. Oh, look at those eyes. Chillo. You don't have any fleas on you. But when I get them back in there, I'll calm them down. I'll find a few. Oh, I just built a couple little sprinkles. Hey, yeah, the Geminids of tonight, even if I could do a live stream, it is just, we're just socked in. If any of you know Colorado, the best meteor shower I ever saw was back in 1990 down in Canyon City. Canyon City is south of Colorado Springs. That's where my mother grew up, and that's where the Royal Gorge and the Royal Gorge Bridge, and it's the highest suspension bridge in the world. And you should just Google it, and when you see it, you're gonna go, "What?" I forget how long, a mile and a half, or it looks like a mile and a half, and it's suspended something like 1,800 feet above the horizon. I mean, above the Colorado River. And I went out there this night back in 1990. Snow was on and off. It was 20 below zero. But when I venture outside my truck, I had a truck at that time. When I ventured outside my truck and I looked up, I bet you know how they say, well, you see hundreds of them. You know, I saw so many meteors. It was I couldn't even count them. Of course, the zero light pollution there. I think I was out there for about, and I went, and if you Google Royal Gorge Bridge, I was right in the middle of the bridge. I kind of snuck in there. Really not supposed to be out there, but I was in the newspaper that day anyway, and talking about the meteor shower, the local newspaper. But like I said, I just looked up. There was more meteors than snowflakes coming down. It was awesome. You can kind of see a little bit of raindrops coming down. We're going to go back in a minute. I don't want him to get a cold. Hey, Chilla. Let me zoom out here. Come here, Zero. Come here, Chilla. We're going to go back in. Well, why don't I at least take him out to the middle of the little pasture there? Let me see if I can go to my 1X here. I don't know if we'll be able to see anything. No, we'll stay at 1X because I get a better. Let me do this. Stay on this side of the power tank. We're just gonna walk out here for a minute. See if he has to do anything. Come here. Come on. Oh, there he goes. Maybe he'll do his business. I'm wearing Apple AirPods. That's why you can hear me, and hopefully you can still hear me. I'm about 50 to 75 feet from my streaming station. Come on. you just being so pitiful right now. You just being so pitiful right now. Oh, what? I don't know what's the matter with him. He's been doing that lately. Come on. Let's go back in. No, 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 we're not going anywhere. No, 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 no. Oh, what's the matter? Let me put him in. Oh, all right. There he goes. Let me grab the camera here. You stay right there. Chill, 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 chill. I've got a blow up bed in here that I'm checking out right now. Alright. Yeah, zoom it out. And just turn off the. There we go. No, you stay in. No, no, no. Come here. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want you going outside. No, 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 no. Let's go. Go back in. Poor baby. Okay. All right. Let me bring this back in. Bump. And I'm going to play the outro now because we're about almost 40 minutes into this. And I like to really thank everybody for joining in. And we'll see you at the next live stream. And we'll see you then. Good night and have a good sleep.